Hi, I'm doing this video because rcwarship commented on one of my other videos about how I should dry my wood. I'm using this piece of dogwood that blew down in my yard. You can see his comments in the description section of this video. I'm cutting the dogwood into duck call blanks. I'm going to dry these blanks two ways. I'm going to dry one in silica gel, and I'm going to dry the other ones in a vacuum. I've never seen anything made out of dogwood before, so I figured I'd try to get a piece close to a limb where I might get some difference in grain patterns. You can see it here, different. Didn't know it was so blonde. I cut 4 different pieces about the same size out of the piece of wood I had there, and I weighed them. This one weighed 173 grams, 177 grams, and this one is number 4. It weighed 5.6 ounces. This is the one I'm going to use silica gel for. I'm putting it in a little container, filling it with silica gel, putting the top on it, and I'm going to let it sit. This is indicating silica gel. It'll turn pink when it's absorbed moisture. I put it in there on the 13th of June. These are the 3 pieces of wood I'm going to use to vacuum. This is my Presto cooker with a hunk of aluminum in the bottom. I want to use the heater off the cooker to help dry it and keep my vapor pressure down. Here you can see it's 24 degrees is the wood. Here it is in the vacuum chamber, sucking it out. It's about 28 inches. That's close. I started it on the 16th of June. This is on the 19th of June. You can see how the desiccant or silica gel has turned pink. I'm going to dump it out and see what the moisture level is. I got a moisture meter. The moisture meter only goes down to 6%. So that's what it's showing here on the meter. So it must be as dry as it's going to get. Alright, this was in the silica gel for 6 days. I'm going to leave it in a little bit longer. I'm going to put new silica gel in it and see what happens. Fresh silica gel. I'm going to leave it in a couple more days. See if it loses, how much weight it's going to lose. This is where the water goes. It comes out of the into the oil. That was at the level line when I started. Okay, on the 21st, 127 grams, 126 grams. And remember, these were all at 170 when I started on the 16th. And I've only been doing it 4 hours a day, not continuously. All right, here we are back at, I left the couple more days on the block in the silica gel. number 4. It's down to 105 grams. I did the first one in ounces, so. And this was on the 21st. Remember, I changed the silica gel on the 19th. Okay, so it's 3.7 ounces. Originally, it was 5.6. And you can see no cracking, checking. Looks like it worked a little bit, but that's the only thing. Here's what 5.6 ounces looked like. It's 3.5 now. And I got 2 ounces of water out of it. That's by weight. I decided to quit the experiment on the vacuum pump and the heat under vacuum. Why run a motor and a heater when silica gel works 3 times as fast and just as good? And I was getting cracking and checking with the vacuum, and I didn't get any with the silica gel. So I'm going to finish these 3 off in silica gel, and then you'll see the difference as far as weight goes from the beginning to now. Okay, I put the number 4 block in there just to keep it from absorbing any more moisture. I did this on the 21st. I took it all out on the 25th and checked the moisture. Here you can see it just turned a little pink. It didn't take much out. Here's the 4 blocks. They're 1.5 by 1.5 by 4 inches. Here's the starting weight on the little card. And this is the amount of water it took out. 0.9 ounces. 1.9 ounces. Or 54 grams. So I got about 6 ounces of water out of the 4 blocks. And no water was in my pan. If you read the description, how the guy got cups of water out of his blocks, I don't know where it came from, but anyway, you're seeing it here. If you're a crusty old curmudgeon like me, you might want to read up on freeze drying and vapor pressure to tell you why you need a heat source touching the product in the vacuum. Vacuum doesn't transfer heat. So you need that to keep your vapor pressure down so you can get the moisture out. Just a word. Read up a little bit about it. That way you'll find out why this works. Here I'm showing you the cracking and checking I got whenever I used a vacuum pump under vacuum. Not bad, but I got some. I got absolutely no cracking and checking on the one that was in the silica gel. I don't know if that helps you. I started this whole process out with a oilless vacuum pump. Except after about 6 hours I blew a capacitor. So I had to transfer over to my vacuum pump that had oil in it. And because of the oil reservoir filling up with water, I ran it for about 4 hours at a time and drained the oil. And here you can see how many times I quit and drained the oil. So just a word of caution, drain the oil whenever you're using a vacuum pump to take out moisture. Here's a moisture meter showing you I'm not to 6% moisture on all of them, but I believe it's below that. I have no way of knowing. But it won't lose, I can't get any more moisture out of it. So that's where I'm leaving it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something off of this. I hope it was right. Anyway, thanks a lot.